Hi guys, I'm Kay with ISpeakSpokeSpoken.com, and I have been teaching English for 3 years. Most of my teaching time was actually in South Korea. It's something that I love so much, and I'm so happy to share this with you. So at ISpeakSpokeSpoken.com, we focus on spoken English, pronunciation, and vocabulary, and following our videos is going to help you master English. In this video, we are going to look at the verb to get. We will cover basic meanings, questions, idioms, phrasal verbs, and then we will practice at the end. So don't forget, you can click here on the I to download all of these slides and take a quiz at the end. If you don't see the link here to download, you can look in the description box below. And remember, these are free to download so you can study anytime. And again, take the quiz at the end. Really test yourself to make sure that you have learned everything we're going to cover. So let's get to the board. To get is an irregular verb. So we have get, got, gotten. And this is a really important verb for you to learn because it's so common. You're going to hear this, read this, and say this all the time. There are 3 basic meanings of to get. We can use it to mean obtain, receive, and become. So obtain refers to when you receive or come into possession of something, and receive when something is given to you, and become when you are changing states. So let's look at some examples. I need to get some groceries for dinner. So here, get means to obtain or to buy some groceries. An example of using get as receive, I got a letter from my friend yesterday. So again, here, this means that you received the letter from your friend. And number 3, when we use to get as in to become or to change states of being, an example is she is getting tired after working all day. She is becoming tired. Her state of being is changing into tired. And let's look at pronunciation. Dinner, we stress the first syllable. Dinner, dinner. And obtain, we stress the second syllable. Obtain, obtain. And context, we stress the first syllable. Context, context. And show, it has the SH sound, so make sure you're making the sh sound. Show, show. Very good. And please remember, the words that we have here in red show you the phonetic transcription. That means we're showing you how to pronounce the words. We're not going to break this down for every single word, but if you want to improve the way that you speak English, it's really important to get the pronunciation for certain words down. Of course, words with 2 syllables or more will have a stress on one of the syllables. This is a really important component of proper pronunciation. So make sure that you are practicing pronouncing all of these words correctly, just like I show you. We can also use to get in questions, and there's a few categories that I'll show you. First of all, we have simple questions. Did you get my message? Here, get is used to ask if someone received the message. We can also use this for informal requests. For example, can you get me a glass of water? Now, this is informal, and if you want to say this in a proper formal way, then you should say, could you get me a glass of water? Because typically we use can when we're referring to ability, not asking for a favor. So if you're in a more formal setting, and perhaps you're speaking with your boss or your professor and you're asking for them to get you something, then you would use could. But if you're just talking to your friends and your family at home, it's appropriate to say, can you get me a glass of water? And in the third category, we have clarification. For example, what time do we get there? And here, get is used to ask about arrival time. There are also quite a few idiomatic expressions with to get. Number 1, we have get a grip, and this means to control your emotions. For example, you need to get a grip and calm down. Now, this idiom was quite popular in the past, but nowadays, normally, you will hear people say simply, calm down. But you might hear this once in a while, so it's important for you to learn. And the second one we have get the hang of. And this means learn how to do something new. For example, it took me a while, but I finally got the hang of skiing, which means skiing was something new that someone was starting to learn. Number 3, get a move on. This means hurry up, pick up the pace, move more quickly. For example, we need to get a move on if we don't want to be late. This means we need to go faster so we're not late. And number 4, get away with. This means to do something in a sneaky way where you avoid punishment or you avoid getting caught. For example, how did he get away with cheating on the test? How did he cheat on the test and not get caught? How did he cheat on the test and not get punished? So these are really common idioms that you will hear, so it's important that you practice using them as well. Again, this one, it was more common in the past, which you will still hear, but perhaps less often than the other 4. Now let's look at pronunciation. Control, we stress the second syllable. Control, control. And proficient, we stress the second syllable again. Proficient, proficient. And move, you're making that long O sound. Move, move. It's not mauve, it's move. And away, we stress the second syllable. Away, away. Very good. And don't forget, you can click here to download all these slides for free and take a quiz at the end. Let's take a look at phrasal verbs with to get. Remember, a phrasal verb is a base verb with a particle that may change the meaning of the base verb itself or take on a new meaning with the words combined. Number 1, get up. This means to rise from bed. It means to wake up and get out of bed. So if you're simply awake but you're laying in bed, that's not getting up. You have to also get out of your bed. For example, I get up at 7 a.m. every morning. It doesn't mean you open your eyes at 7 and you lay there for a couple of hours. You actually get out of bed. Number 2, get along. This means you have a good, harmonious relationship with someone. It doesn't simply mean that you like someone. It means that you both like each other and you have a natural, friendly dynamic. For example, do you get along with your coworkers? So again, this means to have a harmonious relationship. Number 3, get by. This means that you survive or you do all right with the resources that you have on hand. For example, it's hard to get by on such a small salary. This means it's hard to manage with a small salary, with a low salary. Or, for example, it's hard to get by with very little food. You can certainly do it, it's possible, but this refers to when you have limited resources and you're doing the best you can. Number 4, get over it. This means that you are recovering from an experience. For example, it took me weeks to get over the flu. So here, this experience is an illness. So it took me weeks to get over the flu means that it took weeks to recover from this illness experience. But we can also use this for emotional experiences. For example, it took him weeks to get over the breakup with his girlfriend. Now, let's look at pronunciation. Wake, wake. Coworkers, we stress the first syllable. Coworkers, coworkers. And salary, we stress the first syllable. Salary, salary. And flu, it's not fla, it makes the long O sound. Flu, flu. Very good. The 5th phrasal verb is get through, and this means to complete something difficult or to make contact. For example, I finally got through the exam means you finished the exam. You completed something difficult. But it can also mean to make contact. For example, I was phoning and phoning and phoning and no one answered, but finally someone answered. I was able to get through. We can also use this in a bit more abstract sense. For example, parents may have a hard time communicating with their teenage children, and if they want to have better, deeper communication and make sure that they are being listened to and respected, then you will hear people say that parents have a hard time getting through to their teenage children. Now that we've covered to get, let's practice. I need a new phone because mine's broken. What's going to go here? I need to a new phone because mine is broken. That's right, it's get. And number 2, did you my email yesterday? Did you my email yesterday? That's right, it's get once again. And number 3, she is trying to a job in the city. Very good. Maybe you're seeing a pattern here. Number 4, we will there by car. That's right, it's get again. And number 5, we can complete this with a particle. He finally got his fear of flying. That's good. He finally got over his fear of flying. And number 6, they get really well with their neighbors. Remember when you have a harmonious relationship with someone? Good. They get along really well with their neighbors. Number 7, we need to get early tomorrow for the meeting. That's right, get up. And number 8, she very excited about the upcoming trip yesterday. That's right, she got very excited about the upcoming trip yesterday. Now let's take a look at pronunciation. This PH sound makes the F sound, so this is phone, phone. And mine, not mean, mine, mine. And broken, we stress the first syllable, broken, broken. And here we have email with stress on the first syllable, email, email. And yesterday, stress the first syllable, yesterday, yesterday. And with, there's the TH sound, put your tongue between your teeth, with, with. One more time, with. Very good. And excited, we stress the first syllable, excited, excited. Very good. So remember, the verb to get has 3 basic meanings: to obtain, to receive, and to become. So make sure that you click here to download all of these slides for free so that you can take the quiz at the end to show that you've mastered everything that we've covered today. Once again, I'm Kay with ISpeakSpokeSpoken.com. It's been great teaching you today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!